We are talking about inverse trig functions, which basically means, so like, we can say the sine of some angle. So let's say sine of 30. What's the sine of 30 equal to? Huh?
Ooh, I know.
Right. I think it's 1/2. It is, yeah. Right. Why did I write my 1/2 like that? So basically,
What?
sine of 30 degrees is 1/2.
No, it's 0.5.
Which is 1/2.
No.
Yes. 1/2, 0.5. Interchangeable things.
Wait, where do you read the degree thing yet?
You don't have to put the degree symbol in.
Angle.
What?
You don't have to put the degree symbol in.
Oh, what?
I always did.
I've always done that. I've never.
Why?
Yeah, it gives you a different answer.
Well, I got
if you don't put the degree in.
I got
That means then you're in radian mode.
Negative 0.98.
Put your alright, hit mode on your calculator.
Without putting the degree in, I got.
Hit mode on your calculator.
No, I got it.
Okay. Then it should have the degree thing highlighted at the top instead of rad.
The mom was rad.
Yeah, that's why you got the wrong answer.
Yeah.
So if you're in radians, you need to make sure and switch it over to radians there. But if you're in degrees, you want to do it this way. So basically, though, the inverse means that if you have, or like if you know the sine, cosine, or tangent of an angle, but you don't know what the angle measure is. So say like we knew that the sine of some angle was 1/2. So we could take the inverse sine of 1/2. So on your calculator, if you hit go to your trig functions, if you scroll down past tangent, right, you see sine -1. So if you hit that button and then do 0.5 or 1/2, whichever, and put it in, you get 30.
Oh.
So it lets you go.
Dividing almost.
Pretty much. You're just like, yeah, so it's like, you know how multiplying and dividing are opposites of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Add and subtract. They're inverse functions of each other. So we've got the sine and then the inverse sine.
Would the 1/2 be in parentheses?
I mean, technically, yeah. So that's the inverse part. Yeah, you want sine with a little negative. It's right after tangent as you scroll through.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Alright, let's continue this. We're on a roll.
Okay, so then I mean, that's really the extent of it.
What's that?
You just
Yeah.
do it with all the other ones.
Yeah, and in the book, this whole section goes through how to do it without a calculator, but honestly,
Oh, no.
there's never a time where you're going to have to do it without a calculator. So I'm not going to ask you to do that.
Thank you.
But let's go ahead.
It would be so hard if you actually had us do that.
Yeah, I'm not. I just want you guys to be familiar with that function. So look at page 158 real quick. We're going to kind of look over that homework a little bit together. Right, so for the most part, we're looking at 11 through 30. That's what your assignment's going to be. So on the first few, they look okay, right? But then go ahead and look at... Okay, so for number 14, what's the code on the TV, guys? Thank you. All right, so for number 14, which is this. To put that in the calculator, you want to put it in as cosine of 1/2. So it's whatever's in parentheses. You either need to put that over 1, or if it's a fraction already, you just need to flip it before you put it in.
So we can we'll do cosine, it'll be 1/cosine.
No, you don't want to do, you want to put
So it's going to be cosine
of 1 over whatever's in parentheses, yes. Because remember that sine and cosine values have to be between 1 and -1, right? So that's why when we were putting in 2, it was saying a domain error, because that doesn't make sense.
Oh, so it's 60?
Yes, so it's 60.
I'm confused. How did you get there?
Well, so we use the reciprocal function. So like the reciprocal of secant is
1
cosine.
over.
And then you take whatever's in the parentheses and do 1 over that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So you take this. So it's not 1/2. You just. It's.
Yeah.
It is 1/2, but you put that there.
Yeah, so like this is what your problem is, this is what you put in your calculator.
Where did you get the 1 over from?
I flipped it. Like that is the reciprocal. Like so I'm using the reciprocal function, which means I have to take the reciprocal of 2 to get 1/2. So like if you look at number 15, right? So for number 15, we have cosecant -1 of 2 square root of 3 over 3. So to put that one in the calculator, you're going to do sine
Hold on a
-1.
second. Can I?
Yeah. Yeah. You would do, you're going to use the opposite of cosecant, which is sine, and then you're going to flip your fraction. So you're going to put 3 over 2 times the square root of 3 in your calculator to get your answer for that one. Right, so that's how you have to do any of the ones that have like secant, cosecant, or cotangent. And then on like 16, you just start at the inside and work your way out.
So wait, on number 15, would it be like 1.05?
No. 60, yeah.
60 again?
Yeah.
For number 15?
Yeah?
What the hell?
Did you put sine -1
Yes.
of 3 over 2 times the square root of 3?
Yes.
Are you sure? All right, you need to put your calculator in degree mode.
Failure. Just what's going on. Oh, look, it equals 60.
Okay. So for number 16 then, right, you're going to do the inverse cosine of negative square root of 2 over 2 first, and then take the sine of that value that you get. So just start on the inside and work your way out for ones that are like 16.
Parentheses inside of a parenthesis.
Yeah, we do that all the time.
Excuse me?
It's like, instead of like, just to make it less weird, the outside parentheses, general brackets. It's the same thing.
They all mean the same thing.
That's what I said, but like,
Steven, you made it worse.
it won't look as weird.
Okay. Yeah, but just start on the inside. Like, so for 16 in your calculator, you're going to plug in the inverse cosine of negative square root of 2 over 2. Get that number, and then do like sine of whatever answer you get there.
Will you write that up there?
Yes. So we're going to put that in here. Right, so you're going to do that first, and that's going to give you a number. I believe it should give you 135. Huh? Did it not?
No.
What did it give you?
It gave me 180, but that's because it wouldn't let me put the square root just on the one number.
Okay, so you're going to have to, like, hit the... So you're going to do second trig. So you're going to hit square root 2, and then you have to hit the little arrow key over.
Oh, wait,
And
you
then-
put that in your calculator?
Yes.
The cosine -1.
Yes. Oh, it gave you 45.
135?
Huh?
So it should give you 1.
It'll give you 135, and then you have to do just a regular sign of 135 to get the final answer that it's looking for.
Oh, that's the final answer. Okay, so. Okay.
Give me a really long decimal.
Probably because it's going to be equal to the square root of 2 over 2, but the calculator's not going to pop it out like that for
So
you.
how would you plug in the first half?
Just as it is.
Flip the second one?
No, you don't have to flip it because it's cosine. You only have to flip it if it's cosecant, secant, or cotangent.
Oh.
All right, so does that help? All right, so your assignment is 11 through 30.
11 through 13.
30.
What a big letdown.
Everyone was like that, and I was like, wait,
I explained to you guys how to do like 14, 15, and 16, Ariel thinks we're only going to 13. Yeah, so 11 through 30.